L. I wanted to say it first. LJ and RBS, we are back with another special guest. Everybody shout out for Miraa May.
Let's give her a clap over here. Most definitely. Right, so first off, for anyone that doesn't know, who is Miraa May? For anyone that doesn't know,
I don't know. I'm the singer from Tottenham.
Most definitely. I feel like this is an interview
that question threw me off.
They threw you off.
I'm trying to figure out who I am myself. Like, I don't know who I am.
This is why I feel like already this interview is going to be a conversation, a good conversation, because I'm going to take it back a long time ago. I'm going to go back to the beginning and where I first heard the beginning. I think I'm one of those people that kind of goes online and always just searches for music all the time. I'm a constant music searcher. I came across the beginning quite randomly, in fact. I heard Doctor and R.O.D.
Yeah.
And I literally was thinking this is genuinely one of the most incredible singers.
Oh, thank you.
Legit. I have to say it right to your face. It would be crazy if I didn't.
Oh, thank you.
But this is one of the most incredible singers I've heard, with a guitar too.
I appreciate that, thank you.
I literally was taken back by it. And then M15 wait. And then you went away.
Yeah,
and
as I do.
And then M15 came out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, she's back. This is amazing. She's back. She's not gone away. She's back. And then she goes again. And now we're here with Care Package.
Yeah.
First thing I have to ask you too, why is there gaps between the music that we're yearning for, that your fans are yearning for? Because you're looking right at one. I have to. This is LD and RBS, so we have to do this.
Okay, cool. So I would say that obviously I'm 22. I put it out.
You're 22 years old. I did not know that.
So I'm 23 in January. But so
you said that like you were 22. You were like, I'm 23 in January. But yeah, go on.
I don't know. I'm in the bridge. I'm kind of there almost. Yeah. But I released the beginning when I was quite young. I think I must have been like 17 or something. Wow. 17 or 18 or something. Round about that age.
Yeah.
And then obviously that age is a very like mad age. Yeah. Because you're kind of transitioning or whatever. And I just kind of started like doing music properly. You know what I'm saying? So I was guitar. I didn't know producers. I didn't know anyone. So I just had my guitar, like, because I'm not really trying to wait on no one before me. Like, so I just had to play guitar. I had my guitar, and then I had to take like after I dropped the beginning. I think life just happened, and I was thinking to myself, oh my god, like I have to keep releasing music because if I don't, people are gonna think I've disappeared. But the truth is, I have disappeared. Like I'm ghosting right now, like because I need to sort out myself. And a lot of the time, you see people maybe on a like higher level, you know, like when you see like the celebrities on like Shade Room and stuff, people are just slipping. Like I don't know, whoever, but people are caught slipping. Probably because like when they're younger, they haven't had no time to actually like deep life. You know, doing something like music, you have to take time, especially if you're young. So every time I drop something, I just take some time afterwards to just experience some new stuff or deal with stuff I've been dealing with, or etc. So when I do drop it, doesn't, you feel me?
The interesting part about what you just said is, I'm a fan of music. When I talk amongst my friends about music, we always say, oh, this person, that. My favourite artist of all is Amy Winehouse. Now,
she's a legend still.
There's something about Amy Winehouse, and she really thought about life, and she let life happen, and then she write. You said before that life happened after the beginning. You wrote songs like R.O.D. Well, you wrote them. I'm guessing you wrote them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, R.O.D. I've heard you speaking. You said that. Yeah. R.O.D. and Doctor.
Yeah.
Now, if life didn't happen at that moment, what was you writing about at 17 years old?
Don't get it twisted.
R.O.D.
Come on, my guy. Don't get it twisted. Obviously, life happened from zero.
The Tottenham come through straight away.
No, man, because it's not like, oh yeah, I made the beginning, then my life happened. No, my life has been happening very unfortunately for a long time. Like, you feel me? Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened in my life from young that music was just something that I did to get away from whatever was going on in my life at the time. You feel me? Like I'm a musical kid. Like ever since I was in school. In secondary school, I went Hornsey, and I went to Hornsey because it was a performing arts school, and my parents were just gassed because it was a girls' school as well, so it was like perfect, right? Yeah. But them times where my school had like the insignia for my school was like the drama thing, and it was like proper, it was like performing arts. So I was in every single thing you can imagine, like steel pans, all the choirs, anything that I could go and do to get away from life, I was doing. So then when it got to the point where I was making my own music, like my own, as in not going to choirs or whatever. You have to remember, I just come out of school. I think I was just going into college or something. I don't even remember. I don't know. I'm a bit waved, but you get me. Like it's like music was I was trying to get away from stuff, and then I did the beginning, and I was just writing about stuff that was random. Like I wasn't even writing about my problems. I was writing about things to get away from my problems. So I would write things about love. And at that time, I'd never been in a relationship. Like these times, I was like fresh. Like I didn't even talk to kind of boys like that. You feel me? So I was writing like what it would be like if I was in one. You get me? Like trust me, I'll be wavy, like etc. etc. But I really wasn't doing nothing. I was in my yard, like because my parents didn't let me out my yard, so it was a bit like, it's only when I went to college and I dyed my hair green and everything, I was like, that's it, I'm a rebel now. Like you feel me? Like my hair's green, I've got red Doc Martens on, no one can tell me nothing.
Red Doc Martens.
I was going City in Islington college. I was feeling myself, so I was going all the way from Tottenham all the way into Angel. I was like, right, Angel, go pray. Like, I was feeling myself, can't lie. Then that's why I took, you know, after I released it, I was just, I don't know, I was out here. Like, I was just figuring shit out.
Even the guitar, how early on was you picking up a guitar and just singing? Because you said that you didn't want to wait on anybody, so that's what. But how early on were you just with the guitar?
Could have been like just after I left school. Just after I left school, I don't know, it could have been like in a holiday or something. My memory is so bad.
Are you self-taught with the guitar?
Yeah.
You self-taught, that's good, man.
So basically I was like, I want a guitar. My mum was like, no, get a piano. I was like, no, I want a guitar. So she got me one from Argos, and then it came with like this little instruction manual, CD thing. So I watched the CD, taught me how to play like chord charts. Then I went on Google Images and I just Googled loads of different chord charts. This was the internet. Like I was vibing, and I had so much time because once I've left school now, unless I'm getting cinema with my friend, like I'm at home, you feel me? So I'm like bored. So I'm just trying to learn, and then slowly like I learned like a good set of chords that I felt I could mess around with. Funnily enough, that's how you know I'm lazy. The beginning EP, all the chords is the same chords, but each song is just rearranged, like literally played a bit different.
Doctor are very similar.
Yeah, man, it's all just put it all in one pot. It's fine. I was young.
Now moving on from that, you went away, as you said, life happened, and then you came back with M15.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to go back. The beginning.
I didn't go away. I didn't go anywhere though. I hate that. Like, like an artist is taking a hiatus. Like, no, like I just wasn't releasing music. Like that's all it was. Like I don't have to release nothing. Like I was making music. Don't ever get twisted. There was not one point from when I released the beginning to now that I haven't been making music. Like, do you get me? Like I'm constantly writing. I'm constantly in the shoot. Like that's what I do. But for me to release it, for me to be on a push, for me to be active on socials, excel everything that comes with artists, I don't have to do that.
Would you, from your vibe, do you not necessarily mess with the industry as such and the way things are done? Are you more on your own vibe?
I'm 1000% on my own vibe, but I don't mind. Like the industry will do what the industry will do. Like, do you get me? You just have to think about what you want to do and find some type of compromise if you want to compromise at all. Like, do you get me? Like, you don't have to. It's like I said, like I don't have to release any music. Like, what industry is going to come at me and be like, oh my gosh.
But do you think as an artist, one of the main requirements to kind of keep yourself, I guess, relevant and in the nose is to keep releasing
1000%.
So when you say compromise, do you feel like it's in your best interest to compromise more and get more active on social media, or do you think that you can still make something of yourself and be respected as an artist, but you don't have to do like what you said, all the posting on socials and this and that?
I think what you said is 1000% correct, but it's more so of a thing where, yeah, of course I can push myself to stay relevant, because you have to push it. People will forget you. There's so many different artists, there's so many different things happening. Why are they going to just remember you? But the people that do just remember you, safe. That's my guys. Like, that's the people that I will compromise with, because I don't owe anyone anything. If I'm not relevant to you, okay, like, great. Like, I really don't lose any sleep over it. Do you get me? Like, sometimes I think to myself, like, it's like, you know, who's popping, who's bait, you get me? Like, it's not me, and I've never really been bothered. Do you feel me? Like, because I I'm popping to my bedrooms. Like, do you get me? Like, my friends rate me, and I rate my friends. And there's people who hit me up. People have been consistently hitting me up since I released the beginning. I've never had a dry season in my mentions or not even in my mentions, in my DMs on Insta or whatever, where someone isn't hitting me up saying, yo, like, this one's a banger. And I'm so content. I'm so content with that. I'm so content with that. Like, for the fact that one person can hit me and be like, yo, this is banging, yeah, or someone's just randomly listening to the beginning, like, that's mad. Like, people's like levels drop in it. Now you have to be here for anyone to even try act like they respect you, or they I don't know if I put that properly, but like, we're good. This is calm. Like, do you get me? Like, it's actually not even. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No,
like,
I have massive respect for you for just saying that, because nowadays, especially in our society now, it is all about the following and the clout and who's this and that. So the fact that you don't even care, not necessarily,
it's not that I don't care. Like, on some like, I don't care. No, like, it's like I'm content. Like, I'm very content.
You don't need this clout. You don't need that.
Bring it.
I respect.
Bring it. I don't mind that. Do you get me? Like, the clout can come. Come, clout. You're welcome here.
You're not gonna like.
I'm not gonna chase you though. You feel me? Like, I'm not. I've got my clout goggles on me, but as you can see, I'm not wearing them. They only come out when I'm around other clout people, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I'll put them on as well. Then you get me? Because I'm not trying to be like a.
I rate that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to Care Package, but I still want to talk about this middle project that I love.
What, M15?
Yeah. The beginning will always still be the number one.
I love the beginning. I can't lie. I'm such a baby girl in that thing. Like, when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god.
I can't go away from that one. But I will say, M15 is a completely different style of music. I think most people would have been expecting to hear another type of acoustic vibe, but you come back with M15, and also the man behind it or around it. I don't know the reasons or how involved they were, but I know that you also had Salim Remy involved. Salim Remy.
I said Salim is Salam.
I'm so ashamed that I even said that about a legend.
I have to correct you so you know next time.
Yeah, the man that was behind a lot of stuff to do with Nasir Jones, which is Nas, and also the same man that was behind a lot of Amy's important work. Yeah. They wanted to work with you. How did that even feel, that element of someone that really doesn't work with a lot of people?
Yeah. I mean, I was just very, like, I think it made me believe in myself more, 1000%. I started to feel, oh, well, like, maybe I'm, like,
good.
Kind of wavy. Yeah. You know? But then I went to Miami, and I saw the plaques, and I'm seeing the room that Amy was recording in, and it's mad. Like, when I say it's mad, I just feel the energy is mad. Like, not the, you get me, like, not the, he's a beautiful house. It's so many accomplishments and accolades everywhere, and it's just like, he is such a, like, a force, you feel me, like, but such a gentle, like, a real musician. And obviously mad overwhelmed, because I'm feeling like, oh my god, like, I'm also like, is it like I have to live up to something? I don't know. Like, I was baffed. I was so baffed. I didn't get it. But obviously the reason why I rate Salam so much is that it wasn't like, oh yeah, let's get this artist, let's bring her over here, let's just try and milk her for like all her tunes, like, do you get me? Or like, oh, you feel me? It was just like, hey, like, chat to me, like, what's your life saying?
Do you find, as the artist, that scenario that you said about milking for all the tunes, you think that happens a lot?
But I think it must do, like, when you think about it. I'm not sure, because I'm not like one of them, like, crazy behind the scenes artists, you feel me? Like, I'm pretty much in my yard most of the time. But it's like, I know that the way it works, it's like, yeah, cool, you're sick, it's pretty, just get you over here, like, write the song, you get me? Like, write the song, like, or, I mean, there must have been a time where artists must be under pressure to write stuff, or if they got deadlines or whatever, I don't know. But he wasn't, he clocked that I was just like, like, imagine I landed, I was on my period that day, like, it was my first time doing an international flight, so I was like, I'd never been on a plane for longer than an hour. I'd only been on a plane once before that. Like, do you feel me? Like, it was like, I was in Tottenham for time, like, for time. So it was like, I was mash up. Then I get there's bare plaques. I'm thinking, what am I doing? Like, this is long. Like, I can't sing for you today.
That must be a massive.
It was mad. It was mad. And I didn't make it a big deal. Do you get me? Like, I didn't, like, a lot of people kind of, like, I felt like not slept on that whole process for me, because I didn't put it out there for them to even wake up and see it. So I understand it, you feel me? But I guess as time goes on, like that was mad for me, you know. A lot of people now, you know, like, or even after I did that, like, you know, travel to the States and whatever, and like, you get me, like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm telling you, I've already had that experience of flying somewhere. You see what happened when I came back from Miami recording with Salam Remy, like doing a madness, like he did my whole EP. He didn't just do one tune, he did my whole EP. When I went to Tokyo, and I told somebody, they asked me, they didn't know who I was obviously, and I was like, Miraa, where's your music? I was like, I got an EP. They clicked on it. I was like, you know them people that check right there and then, they're like, yeah. They looked at it, he's like, Salam Remy, like,
there we go.
He started looking at me so different, and I was like, yeah, fam, like,
legend.
Yeah, like, but coming back from that trip, I went straight back to work. Like, you feel me? Like, I went straight back to working in Red Dog Saloon in Hoxton Square. That's mad. So I can't think, you can't gas me. Like, you can't gas me. Like, I can't get gassed. Reality still happens. I can be in Tokyo. You get me? The one place I wanted to be with, the one person I wanted to be with, and still feel angry and still feel sad and still feel dead emotions. That it's like, why? Do you get me? So that's why I feel like Kendrick Lamar, Be Humble, song of the year, like, be humble, like, because any moment you think, what if I have if I had 2.6 million followers right now, and I had like one of them, you get me, like one of them jet videos, I'm climbing on my jet and I got my little Gucci bag and now, what? Safe. Everyone be like, May, like, get me, all the little, like, on a private jet, get me, like, clap, But I could be on that jet balling because, like, my dog, who I've had for, like, I don't have a dog, by the way, but for example, who has just died, and I'm pissed off now. What difference does it really make? Like, what? It doesn't make no difference.
Be humble. Sit down,
please.
I'm enthralled by the personality of Miraa May right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I wanted to ask, Miraa May, where's your name from?
My name is Miraa. That's my name. So I took the A from the beginning, put it at the end, and then I was like, Miraa May.
That's an idea.
I hear that.
I want to talk about your sound, because I think you've got quite a unique sound. I feel the way your melodies flow, the way your lyrics flow is really good. What would you describe your sound? And I guess, where did you find your sound as well?
I don't know.
Yes, sound effects.
I really don't know. I think as a young person,
When did you start singing though?
I started singing when I was young. Like, as in, like, I was just good at it. Like, I always sang. And I was in all the choirs. Like, I was in everything. I liked singing. Feel me? Primary school, I did like the play. I was like one of the lead singers. Like, I had my solo. My teacher, Miss Daniels, from primary school, she married Mr. Foley, and they did a ting over. I was like, oh my god, are they doing a ting? And then at the end, like years later, I clocked they got you. So I was like, oh my god, you not fully did a ting. She gassed me. Like, I remember, because you know when you're in primary school, you all do choir. At one point, like circle time or something, you do go and do something, and you get me. And I think I was just really good, and she would put me to the side, and she was like, yeah, like, we've got this play, I think you should, like, audition for it. It's just in school, like primary school, whatever. And I had it, and I was just, it was mad from then. From then, my mum was like, rah. And then, like, I did, like, small little things. I did, like, little youth projects in Tottenham where, like, you would attend, like, and my mum was always fighting for me. Like, every week I come to my mum, like, something new for her to sign, in it, like, for me to go and do. And it always used to be a battle. Like, she's always thinking, but then she always let me do it. So I think, from early I was singing, from early. But then I think I only started, like, writing my own. I wrote stories. I think that's what it is. So I used to sing over there and write stories over here. Like, I'm talking, like, I sat down on the computer and wrote, like, a whole. Like, I wrote what I wanted my life to be in it. You know, I was so, listen, young Algerian Muslim, you know, I wasn't going nowhere. I really wasn't going nowhere. So I was just sitting there writing my whole fantasy life. Yeah. And then one day I just thought, let me put them together. And then,
Also, you said before that you move on your own time when it comes to music and how you feel as such. So where did Care Package come from?
Care Package came from the beginning of this year. I was very, very low. I was feeling very terrible, and obviously, like, it was my friend who just kind of made me, like, get up, you can do this, you get me, like, go and make music, like, go to the studio, like, get up, like, get me. Her family really supported me, and I was just like, I started going to the studio, just writing about how I felt, you feel me, like, whatever. And then I made the whole, I was linking up with Kadia, Oscar, Jev, like, sick. And then we're linking up because they're my brethren, you feel me? So it's not like, I think in that state that I was in at the beginning of the year, if I linked up with, like, a random producer or someone that I hadn't really been vibing with, I wouldn't have made them tunes. It really had to be someone like people I was comfortable with to really just be like, fam, like, you feel me, whatever. And we made it. We made the EP. It's like, right, these are banging, these tunes are banging. And then he was like, fuck it, where's the labels at? Like, what are they saying? And then obviously, like, one label was like, boom, another label was like, boom. We were like, cool, we're gonna go with who we think is the best choice for this EP, this project. And yeah, we hustled it and bustled it still. Like, T definitely helped me a lot during that process. Like, but like, yeah, I don't know. It came from how I was feeling, I guess. And it's really centered around, you know how this whole year has been a lot about like the Me Too movement, female empowerment, inclusivity, whatever that word is. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all that stuff. So I kind of wanted to make sure that my EP reflected that I'm watching what's going on in it. Like, I went out a lot this year. Feel me? Like, I had a lot of like real life experiences, like fighting in clubs and shit like that. So I thought, you know, this is like shit I can put into my music.
Mira's the only one that's going to go and say it just straight up.
As
if it was the most random.
I can't lie. Last year and the year before and the year before that, I was just... You get me? I was doing up like...
Listen, sis, we've all been there.
Fairy life.
I have to say this.
This year I really let loose. So I started going out and I was like, fam, I get aggressive when I drink, and you lot will soon find out.
She said soon. I hope we don't find out.
I hope you don't as well.
But I would say this too. When it comes to music too, I'm a real someone that really does look into music and really does search everything and tries to read. I'm like a historian.
Genius is your
Shout
website.
Out to Genius,
Shout out to Genius.
Genius.com.
Trust me.
I hear that. But one thing I feel like I've noticed, when you got a true artist, they have a personality like yours, and the way you express yourself, I can just see it.
Thanks.
Now, I could just see it. Now,
no filter, I love it.
No filter at all.
I love it.
I have been trying. I've got told
exactly. Now,
I love it.
Maybe I'm asking for too much here, but I'll be crazy if not to ask this too. When it comes to an album, when it comes to a full body of work, when it comes to that whole vibe, could fans of Miraa May expect to hear anything like that soon?
1000%. Why not?
I know, but you say why not?
Yeah.
But we've had 3 EPs.
All right, cool. Well, this is what I'm planning, innit?
Right.
I'm planning. This EP's just dropped. I'm planning another EP.
Oh yeah, I saw your tweet.
Yes.
Well, yeah, your Insta before. Yeah.
Because I've been in LA for 4 months. Sorry. So obviously I've made a lot of music there that I want to share. You feel me? But on
Is
top
it
of
still
that,
with
Salam. No. I did. Yes. Because I went to Miami first for 2 weeks to do more tunes with him, and then I just went from Miami to LA.
Lord,
and that's movement.
Yeah, it was mad. Still, I got it for a wavy deal. Oh my god, I spent like minimum amount of money. That was great. But anyway, like for those flights. But anyway, and after the next EP, I'm thinking to start putting together my album, because I do understand that an album is very different to having EPs. With my EPs, as you'll see with the next one as well, it's very like it's moments in time. You feel me? Like each EP, when you go there, start asking me about it, I can tell you, boom, 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 this happened. Like, you feel me? Whereas an album, when I think of like good albums, I think of like Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh man,
you feel me? Like that's like one of like my favorite albums in the whole world. Yeah, and it's like, I am not from Compton. Yeah, I'm not about that gang life. Like, I have no idea what he's talking about. I cannot relate, but I can relate because I can hear like, you know, like pain and all these emotions are very universal, even though I don't actually understand his you know, whatever he was talking about. But that was a body of work, you get me? We had Shireen, we had like, you could hear it, the skits and everything. Like, that is a body of work, something that is like themed, has a theme in it. Like, and for like, I have all the songs. Like, I've got the songs. The songs are all there. Like I said, the one thing I haven't stopped doing is making music. Like, I never stopped making music. So I got too many songs. I don't even know what I could drop the next. I could drop an EP, an album, another album, all 10 tracks long. I could do that if I wanted to. I have enough songs. You feel me? Like,
I'm gonna start tweeting in the next. If I don't hear these in the next 2 years, I'm gonna start tweeting.
No, I can't lie. I can't give you timings. I can't. You might not. You feel me? Like, but when you do, it will hit you. Like, it will hit you hard, because the songs that, if I make a song and I don't release it straight away, understand is because sometimes I make songs that I'm way ahead of my own time. Like, I'll make a song that, right, I can't drop this right now. This is gonna make me bare peas. I have to drop this like later. Like, do you feel me? Like, and it's been that since I started making music. So you can imagine I got a pile up, and it's just about having a strong team and having a strong label. You get me? Whoever your team is, whatever backing you have, and just going filtering through it. You feel me? Like, revisiting songs, whatever, like filtering through it. So I know I've got enough music to drop whatever I like for however long.
I would say
it's just the timing of it. You feel me?
And I would say God bless Miraa May, because I actually hope because I know your music thus far has helped a lot of people, and I know it
Thank you,
impacts
man. I appreciate
people
that
genuinely.
a lot. I appreciate that a lot. That makes me feel a lot like that, like improves my life. You feel me? And because I always think like this thing is long. I'm not the one. Do you get me? Like, because you see how in the industry there's passer, there's like, do you get me? There's so much. I don't even have a word. It's just, you get me? Like, and I'm not the one. I can't beef with anyone. I will come to your yard. Do you understand me? Like, I get mad diva-ish. Like, do you get me? Because I don't like being put in certain situations. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I can't, I'm working on it. Don't get it twisted. Like, because I'm 22. Get me? There's still, I think at my age, everyone at my age, or even around my age, you feel me, even up to 30, you're still learning things about yourself, and you're still learning like how to maneuver, you feel me, and how to
act.
Like sometimes I act crazy, get me, and what, like, I'm young. Like,
for me, the most crazy thing about this interview is the fact that I didn't know you were 22 years old.
How old did you think I was?
I just thought you were older because you've been around for a while. I would have thought you were in your...
Yeah, I was a young thing. I was still a young
17
baby.
17 years old, the beginning came out.
Yeah.
But I would say in the next 5 years...
You can't make me blow at 17.
I'm just saying.
Fam, I wouldn't know how mad that would be.
But I want to talk about collaborations, because correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't heard you on a track with really anyone else.
Yeah.
So...
there was PBGR. There was PBGR, yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out you lot.
Of course.
Shout out you lot, yeah. Obviously, shout out you lot. PBGR, don't ever get it twisted. They took me to my first like proper studio. No, that's a lie. I don't know, but I remember going to studio with them very early and not really having like beats and stuff or whatever. And I remember like DC, like, you get me?
Shout
like,
out to DC, man.
Yeah, it was DC, like with Motor Artists and Crunch and Skeps, you get me? Like, there's all these men from East that I didn't know, but they proper took care of me, and they treated me like a sister, you get me? There was never any disrespect or nothing like that. I think just as time went on, everybody branched off and started. I was never like PBGR though, you feel me? Like, it was never that I told these man, like, it was never that. It was just the fact that, you know what, I mess with you lot are hard, you get me? Like, and it was the first time I was even trying to work with anyone. Like, it's only because me and DC was my type, you get me? Like, I swear DC is like an older brother. I ain't spoken to him for time though. DC, I ain't spoken to you for time though, you feel me? And Mo as well, you lot know what it is. It's mad, but anyway, cool. These lot did it with them, then I moved on. Who else have I collaborated with recently?
Well,
no one
you had
really.
a song, Chip.
Chip. I love you. I love Chip.
What was
I love
that
Chip.
like?
Chip's great. I love Chip, you get me? Like, I'm
Both
from Tottenham. Like, come on, man. Chip is the fucking hardest. Like, what the hell?
We're at 7 p.m. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry.
But it's okay.
Sorry, guys.
You're a mirror, mate. You
it was Chip's fault.
So what upcoming collaborations can we expect from you?
No, wait, I don't want to leave anyone out. Who else?
Okay.
Zayn.
Shout out to
Zayn and Kelvin from Saz. I did a collaboration with them. Like, they're my brothers. Like, I love them.
I'm just really late.
Who else?
Who else you got?
That's it, I think.
Yeah, you left someone.
Listen, I've done a few little bits and bobs. I've done a few little bits and bobs. And if I've done bits and bobs with you, know that you're my G, because I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Do you feel me? I'm not down to do collabs like unless I'm getting the fattest bag. Do you get me? I'm not trying to collab with you. I'm really not. Or unless I rate you.
Right.
You feel me?
Who
Like,
are you feeling at the moment, artist wise?
Oh, I had a list. Oh, who am I feeling? Right now, I can't lie. I'm feeling Ski Mask. I'm feeling X. You feel me? I'm feeling Smino. Feeling Brent Fayaz. I'm feeling Masego. Yeah, man. I went to a show in LA. It was ridiculous. That's the type. Like, who else am I feeling right now?
She's pulling out the phone.
Yeah, I'm pulling out. What we got the I love Nana Rogues to the max. Yeah. Big that tune up. That tune is fucking
who could be here?
Trippie Redd, Western, Western. Okay, we need to have another conversation about that. So
upcoming Western collab, okay?
1000%, because Western are too hard.
Is that
everyone needs to make
LBS exclusive? It is.
No,
she hasn't got it yet.
Yeah, I know, but it's potentially exclusive.
Yeah, of course.
Potentially, I'll let you lot know.
100%.
I'll let you lot know, but they're hard. They're so hard. Like, and then who else? We've got Nux as well. Like, he just dropped Nux. What the hell? Like, there's just so many like wavy, like, artists, that I just feel like
I think a lot of people would love to hear a Nux and Miraa Mason.
I'm telling you, Nux is the guy.
A lot of people would love to see that.
I've also been listening to like playlists. Yes, I've been listening to like Emo Forever.
I love how she's going through her phone.
I'm just going through my Spotify, innit? Like Summer Walker.
Amazing.
That's like a lot of them have been American because I've been in LA for time. So I'm not like, I don't know, like the feel of music, the current flow of music that I was in was a bit different.
Since being in LA, have you kind of met any artists out there or anyone in the industry? What are they like out there?
I met bare people. I can't lie, I met bare people. Like I've walked into Cara Delevingne.
Really?
Like, LA's like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you walk into mad people. Like, imagine, I'm outside this rave, and I'm like, I'm hungry, bruv. I'm shouting, like, and everyone's just taking on. I'm like, I'm hungry. Like, what's everyone on? And she turns around. She's got this fat Jamaican flag. She turns around. She's like, I've fucking missed that accent. She comes. She just hugs me. She's like, babe. I was like, babe, like, and then that's it. Never saw her again. But obviously, like, I can imagine in LA, you don't hear my accent like that. But funnily enough, when I went to LA, hella UK artists was there. Bare people. Do you get me? Bare people. I worked with UK producers. More UK producers in LA than I worked with LA producers in LA.
That's crazy.
As in, they were flying in, and I'm like, pew, hello. Oh, ends. Yeah, pew, hi, you're from ends. Yeah, I love that. Like, do you get me? And it ended up, it's hard, like, it's wavy. Like, there's so many. I'm telling you, like, London's gonna get boycotted real soon, like, probably, like, do you get me? Because you don't feel no love here like that. Like, you feel it, but you don't feel it. When you go to LA and you show these men, like, good music, or they just see that you got, like, different flavour, like, they're just showering you with love. And yes, sometimes the love might be a bit pretentious, and yes, sometimes it might be a bit fake, but these are people that have, like, connects and links and things that you can actually, you get me? Like, you feel me?
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
Normally I ask, when we come into the end of the interview, I normally ask, where do you think you'll be in the next 5 years? But I can already anticipate that would be a question that would resonate with you. So what I would ask is...
but who knows?
You never know. So what I would ask... I don't know if you're trying to drop an exclusive, but anyway.
In 5 years, Mira's gonna have a youth.
Damn. But I would want to ask, where do you want to be in the next 5 years?
I want to be right in the middle of my bag, like right in the middle of it, like as in I'm gonna have a massive bag, full of cash, and I'm just gonna sit in the middle of it, and I'm gonna tweet. I'm in the middle of my bag right now,
and no one can talk to you while you're in that bag.
No one can talk to me while I'm in that bag. That bag is my safe space.
Do you think we're gonna see any live shows from you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I haven't performed in a minute. I don't think I've performed since like Great Escape or something like that. But I definitely we'll have live shows, and. Yeah, man. To be honest, as long as I can pay my bills, I make sure that everyone is around me is comfy, and I'm traveling because I don't like being in one space for too long, and I'm healthy. Like I don't mind being exactly where I am now in 5 years. That's calm for me, because in 5 years I'm gonna be 27, 28.
Amazing.
That's still mad young, safe. I'm good. Like, you get what?
This has been one of the realest interviews
on
I've ever done.
LD&RBS, and I'm not gonna lie, and I would definitely say from my own point of view, this is one of the most incredible vocalists in the whole of the UK. 100%.
Thanks.
And you've got my co-sign and a million. Everyone listens to LD&RBS, they know I always play Miraa. So it is what it is.
Shout out your socials. Where can we find you?
They all know where to find her. But
at Miraa, MIRAA_MAY on everything. My PSN as well.
100.
She said PSN.
100. She said PSN.
No, because I don't understand why no one is adding me. Okay, I don't get it. Can you add me on PSN, please, so I can start showing the people what I can start learning. You get me? I need someone to help me. The only person, bruv, the last time I played PlayStation, I was playing Fortnite with Joe Grimes, Cass Jones, and Ashley Verse, and they're my G's. I need more groups of wavy people that I can play with.
Well, you had.
Because sometimes they're busy. Do you feel me?
And before Pulse get onto us, we got to wrap up here.
So, thank you guys for having me.
Miraa, amazing.
Love,
Clap over here.